So today, as of writing this, Disney Plus dropped a Christmas special for their flagship original show, High School Musical, the series, which is a terrible, long-ass title, I know. However, about 6 months ago, I gave the show a shot after I saw a trailer on YouTube or something, and it was surprisingly good. It was a cute high school coming-of-age drama with a very Disney celebratory premise. It wasn't Toy Story or anything. It had some lows, but I liked it a lot. I was honestly impressed with how it managed to be so entertaining without hitting a lot of the beats teen dramas usually include, like teen pregnancy, school shootings, or substance abuse. Obviously, Disney wasn't going to touch any of that with a 9-foot pole, and it was honestly refreshing to watch how they still managed to write a good narrative without relying on those topics for the plot. Anyways, after finishing the first season of High School Musical, the series, I was pretty excited for season 2. So one day, I looked up the progress on that, and like a lot of series, this one got hit with production delays due to the lethal infection that's going around like wildfire and ruining all our lives. Luckily, the article I was reading also said that Disney Plus would be dropping a Christmas special this December, and I got pretty hyped. I just thought it'd be like an episode of the show, but set during the week of Christmas or something. Much to my dismay, when I put it on this morning, that is not at all what I got. No, the High School Musical, the holiday special was a 45-minute behind-the-scenes piece, pretty much. Let's dig into it. So basically it goes like this. One or two of the cast members, occasionally more, answer some questions about their co-stars or about the show or about Christmas. Then, the one or two featured most in any given segment performs a solo or duet. These performances can be covers of the usual holiday classics, original songs from season 1 of the show, and I think they might have written one or two holiday jams specifically for the special. Don't quote me on that though. The first thing I want to say is that I really didn't care for the interview segments. They all felt completely scripted. They were all just like, oh, I love being on the show, the cast was like my family, and they all had fake-ass, obligatory Disneyland smiles. You can tell when other shows do the behind-the-scenes thing and the cast actually has a fondness for each other. You can see it through the way they talk and the way they give stories about production. And I don't suspect that everyone hates each other per se, but I also definitely didn't get the impression that they were real coworkers with actual human relationships. A particularly cringy moment that exemplified this was when everyone was asked who would be on Santa's naughty list. And everyone was like, oh, it's Josh, definitely Joshua. And then they cut to Josh and he's like, they all said me, didn't they? It was the most fake plastic shit I've ever seen. He might as well have been like, oh, you guys are so silly, oh my god. There was a couple actually good human answers later in the special, but the first 20 minutes of interview were just so phony. The actual performances themselves were pretty good though. They were all like little music videos. There was good directing, generally good cinematography. For some of them, even a bit of choreography. The ones that stuck out to me as particularly good were Baby Please Come Home, The Perfect Gift, and That's Christmas to Me. But there's something I gotta put out there because it really made me feel some type of way. And before I say this, I just want to say that Julia Lester is a very good actress and a very good singer and just a very talented person overall. However, her take on Dreidel was pure, unfiltered cringe. It was disturbingly bad. It was pain incarnate. Second only to Rachel Bloom's My Sex Junk for worst piece of music ever made. And finally, to wrap up my feelings on this Christmas special, we got a sneak peek at a song that'll be featured in season 2, titled Something in the Air. Something in the Air was pretty good, but I do have a bit of a complaint. I got the sense that this song was supposed to be real high-octane energy, real triumphant, and when listening to it, it just sounded decidedly quiet. I didn't really get the high-scale bumpin' feeling that I felt the visuals were going for. A good example of what I want for this song would be The Greatest Show from The Greatest Showman musical. It's so big and celebratory, and I feel it does exactly what Something in the Air is going for. Just needs a little more grandiosity, but otherwise, still pretty darn good. Anyways, despite its flaws, I had a really good time watching this. It was an adorable little visual holiday album, and I just can't wait to see all these guys come back for season 2. Thanks so much for listening. Be sure to check it out if you're interested. Good night.
Got my helmet on my head. Figure out what that zombie said. What? Lava all over the room. Got a half heart left, man, I am doomed. Don't have any iron bars. My pick just broke into some